I've had a lot of one more tries. My last run in Team Admiral, with in the Philippines, with like Gabby, initially Armel, but he's in TNC now. Ben Hur, RR, Boombox. Did I miss anyone? I think that's it. And it was bad. I had a really horrible living conditions. I was being threatened by my manager. He would send me a picture of him like flipping me off. I'm like, dude, like get me out of here, man. Get me out. This was bad. What am I doing here, man? Getting threats and like freaking my manager's just cursing at me. It's the fuck, man. Huh. No lull there, man. Some serious face here. There's just some issues where it's just so here's the story behind it. Was we were playing in this tournament called A&G game, and I remember the we started our match at like 11 a.m. Or no, we had practice at 11 a.m. and I think our match was around 12:30. So we had to be up at around 11 already and be ready, good to go. And we played, and we had like best of three series, best of three series, best of three series, and then a best of five series, which went all the way to like 1 a.m. And we went down to game five with execration, and I think it was already like 12:30, 1 a.m. And I told like my manager, hey, like I called him. It's like, cause you use the word boss as respect in the Philippines. So it was like boss, Marty or whatever. Can you get me a water downstairs? No, he's my manager. I mean, I expect, I'm dehydrated. I'm in the middle of a draft screen as well. So the game already started because it was like, I guess we went over the time. Like, we just started our games fucking fast. And I was like, Boss Martin, you think, can you get me a water, please, downstairs? I asked very politely. And he was like, I didn't know at the moment. He answered sarcastically. And everyone looked at me like, whoa, did Jimmy just ask him that? And he was like, okay, Jimmy, sure, boss, anything you want. Like, I didn't know, because I was just like, so depleted at this moment and everything. And I guess like the next after we lost, I think if we won, the story would be entirely different. But the fact that we lost, the next day I get this whole long message about like how this guy, the way that he grew up basically is like, everyone here in the Philippines treats me with respect, and you try to treat me like a peasant. Everyone here, I'm a boss, and I get my way kind of thing. It's just like he obviously has a lot of money. Um, it was just, and for me, it's just like, I mean, I don't care about all. I mean, it's not I don't care. I didn't know that I cannot ask my manager for a glass of water or like to bring me water. And like I told you, it's just like, if I ever hear that shit again, I'm gonna slam you with a fucking chair. And I was like, the fuck, is this guy serious, man? I mean, I'm not. If you want to throw fists, you want to throw it down. I'm fucking down to go down and throw it down. But it was the fact that it's just like, it's my manager, and it's just like I live in his house and everything. I was like, dude, get me out of here, man. But not because, but because of him, it's like I made a commitment towards this team, and I didn't want to let my team down because we were going. I had a lot of I felt a lot of potential, especially within Gabby. I think Gabby was an amazing, excellent player, and I hope he succeeds and makes it on a tier one after this shuffle. Um, but yeah, sure, most Americans with money would get you water. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like the way that he said it's like whatever. I don't know how he grew up. I don't know his history, and nor is I don't know how relevant that even is. It's just it wasn't like, yo, get me a fucking water. It was like, boss, you think you could get me a water, please? I'm drafting right. Like I can't just fucking pause the game. Yo, team, can you draft, or can I ask my teammates? It's like my teammates are involved with the draft as well, and me being the captain at the time, it's like I think it was a very simple request. Yeah, he was probably twice, three times my size. He was a very big guy, but it's like for me, it's I don't get intimidated that easily. That's me. That's my persona, my personality. Um, I've been through a lot in my lifetime, and for me, it's if I had a gun pointed in my head, like obviously I hope that never happens, but I wouldn't be. I think I would be a little scared, of course, but not to the point where like my heart dropped and I wouldn't know how to act on it or whatever. You know, I would think if I fucking die, I fucking die, man. You know, if I get shot in the head, that happens. Life. I mean, that's pretty dramatic there. It doesn't. We don't need to go to that extreme. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. I mean, there was a lot more to it than that. It got worse over time. Um, like I told you, I just hated the fact that management and everything just they would use our PCs. They would eat. I remember waking up the next day, my mouse would be greasy. My mouse settings would be changed. I would have to get like toilet paper to like fucking wipe it down, and I'd be playing a game, and I'm like, what the heck? Like I couldn't cast my spells correctly, and I realized I go to my mouse settings, like, oh great, you know my mouse settings are two triggers or two knobs down, so it's a bit slower, and you don't realize or recognize this at the moment because you wake up and you're like, okay, it's time to grind some Dota. You know, and it's like these are the living conditions that I had to deal with, and it was unbearable, man. And it was hard, and that's why people really don't understand like why I kind of gave up on just everything and what I believed in. It's like I told you, Philippines didn't do me any good anymore. Like I it brings a tear to my eye right now because I'm sorry. I'm honestly so sorry if I'm getting a little emotional, and I think I appreciate you guys just kind of tuning in, just kind of listening to me vent because I've wanted to talk about this for so long, and it's hard, you know.